Welcome to the jungle. My name is Meagan Wilkins and I'm the marketing chair for DanceBlue 2021. And today we are going to be reading this awesome book called We're Roaming in the Rainforest, an Amazon Adventure by Laurie, Krebs, and Ann Wilson. So let's get started. So here's the title page. We're roaming in the rainforest. Alright, so let's begin this book. It says, Rainforest sunrise, the dark fades away, and everyone eagerly greets the new day. Fly, squawk the parrots, from branches and twigs. We'll swoop down to breakfast on ripe, juicy figs. Jump, chatter monkeys, or swing if you dare. We'll hang by our tails, then leap through the air. Snooze, yawn the sloths, all ready to doze. We'll nap in the trees as we cling by our toes. Swim, gurgle pink river dolphins with pride. We'll nuzzle our calves while we swim side by side. Sip, murmur butterflies high in the sky. We'll lunch upon nectar as we flutter by. Watch, snap the caimans with wide awake eyes. We'll offer our prey an unwelcome surprise. Hide, croak the bright little poison dart frogs. We'll burrow down under the moss-covered logs. March, order leaf-cutter ants on parade. We'll bury our cuttings in the gardens we've made. Spin, hum the spiders, perfectly a snare. We'll capture our supper. Would you like to share? Sissa-scoot, hiss the gecko and lizard and snake. We'll sissa-skitter and sissa-scamper and sissa-slither and sissa-shake. Crouch, growl the jaguars as dusk closes in. We'll hide until dark, when our hunt can begin. Hush, whisper otters to pups in a heap. We'll cuddle together till we all fall asleep. Rainforest sunset, the moon's on the rise, and everyone listens to night's lullabies. So that's the end of the story part of this book. But this book is really cool because it has a whole geographic and just a lot of information on the different animals we talked about. So we're going to read that as well. So on this page it talks about the Amazon rainforest. So it says, there is no place in the world quite like the Amazon rainforest of South America. Most of the Amazon rainforest is in Brazil, but it also spreads into Venezuela, Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, and Bolivia. It is the largest tropical rainforest on Earth and home to many, many plants, animals, and people. A very important part of our ecosystem, the rainforest contains trees and plants that help us breathe by changing carbon dioxide into oxygen. For this reason, the rainforest is often called the lungs of our planet. The Amazon River is the most extensive river system in the world. Beginning as a trickle in the Andes Mountains of Peru, it travels more than 4,000 miles, which is 6,437 kilometers, across Brazil to the Atlantic Oceans. Its rivers, streams, and tributaries, the branches of a river, flow through Colombia, Venezuela, Ecuador, Bolivia, Guyana, Suriname, and French Guiana. The Amazon River provides 2/3 of the Earth's freshwater, and beneath its surface live more than 2,000 kinds of fish. Nearly 500,000 species of plants have been recorded in the Amazon rainforest. 1/5 of the world's birds, hundreds of mammals, more than 1,000 varieties of frogs, and an amazing number of reptiles and insects are found there. Scientists believe even more plants and animals are yet to be discovered. People have lived in the rainforest for thousands of years, sometimes along the river, sometimes deep in the jungle. When plants, animals, and people live in balance with one another, the rainforest thrives. So you can see the map here, where you can see where it is. So now let's read about some of the peoples of the Amazon rainforest. Today, most people in the Amazon area live in cities or towns. However, many indigenous or native tribes still dwell in the rainforest. Many live as their ancestors did, relying on the forest to provide them with food, shelter, tools, and medicine. In the northern reaches of Amazonia, some groups have little contact with the outside world. Most indigenous Amazonians believe that spirits live in plants and animals, so they respect all living things and try to use the forest resources wisely. So let's read about the Matis. The Matis are an indigenous tribe of hunters and farmers. In the past, all Matis people lived in longhouses. In the very few remaining Matis villages, families live in small stilt houses clustered around a longhouse, which remains the center of village life and culture. The Matis are known for hunting with huge blowguns and poison darts instead of a bow and arrow. The Matis have been called the Jaguar people by outsiders because many paint their faces, tattoo their bodies, and put spines from the black palm through their noses. However, this adornment is not meant to look like a jaguar. So now let's read about the Yanomami. The families in a Yanomami village live together in a great house called a shabono. Shaped like a ring, the shabono is open in the middle. Here, feasts and ceremonies take place. A thatched roof building encircles the opening. Inside, each family has its own living space. Some of these houses can fit hundreds of people. Being together in one large house protects the people from unwelcome strangers. The Yanomami hunt and fish in the rainforest. They grow a nutritious root crop called cassava and a kind of banana called a plantain. So now let's read about the Ribeirinhos. The Ribeirinhos, or river people, live at the edge of the Amazon River in small family villages. Each settlement consists of several houses built of wood, which are open on 3 sides. The homes have watertight roofs woven from palm thatch and sit on stilts that raise them above yearly floodwaters. The Ribeirinhos have more contact with outsiders than tribes living deep in the rainforest, so their life is a mix of old and new ways. River people depend on the forest for their food and medicine. They travel in hand-carved dugout canoes. Most follow age-old customs and believe in the spirit world, but unlike forest tribes who wear little or no clothing, the Ribeirinhos wear t-shirts, shorts, and skirts. Many attend local schools, and some prepare for jobs outside the village. Today's Ribeirinhos are living with a foot in each world. For the indigenous people of the Amazon, life has always focused on the well-being of the rainforest. They have lived in harmony with nature for thousands of years, which is a lesson for the world. All right, let's read about conservation. So today, the human population of the rainforest has grown by leaps and bounds as business people around the world discover the Amazon's riches. Corporations are sending workers to log its trees, mine its gold, and set up cattle ranches. Roads serving these industries are carved through the forest, destroying wildlife. Thousands of acres are burned to clear land for farms. Sadly, the rainforest is shrinking and many native plants and animals have disappeared forever. As people move into the area to serve the companies, the number of people living in local tribes, once a population of millions, is shrinking in number. Scientists and conservationists are working to protect and preserve the rainforest. They are sharing new ideas to bring money to the area and provide support for the people living there. Native trees and plants are often destroyed by slash-and-burn farming, but we need to allow them to stand in order to provide an ongoing supply of nutritious nuts, oils, and healing medicines. New trees are being planted and improved farming methods are being developed. Local people are trained for the tourist industry, which helps to pay for medical care and village schools. Governments are encouraged to pass laws protecting the rainforest. These efforts are helping to restore the delicate balance of this important, enchanting place. You can contact groups such as Oxfam, Survival International, or the Woodland Trust to find out ways you can help the rainforest. All right, so now let's read about the creatures of the Amazon rainforest. So the Amazon rainforest is home to many creatures, large and small. Here are the ones pictured in the book that we just read. So scarlet macaws, they look like this. Macaws are the largest parrots in the world. They are beautiful, intelligent, and playful, and they are often found in large, noisy groups. They can eat some fruits that would poison other animals. All right, so this is the spider monkey. Spider monkeys live in social groups called troops. They are great acrobats and can leap from a tree branch on one side of a narrow river to a branch on the other side. Can you believe that? So let's talk about now the three-toed sloths, which is my favorite animal. Sloths are slow-moving, shy mammals that spend most of their lives hanging upside down from tree branches. They sleep many hours of the day, but are more active at night. So pink river dolphins have flexible bodies, and they are friendly. They're curious natures. Pink river dolphins have been known to push drowning villagers safely ashore when their canoes have overturned. So blue morpho butterflies have tiny scales on their wings that reflect light and produce the brilliant hue of the blue morpho butterflies. Ancient people thought butterflies were angels because their folded wings looked like praying hands. The black caimans are meat-eating reptiles. Black caimans live in freshwater areas of the rainforest. They are excellent swimmers with webbed feet and powerful tails that propel them through the water. Next is poison dart frogs. These bright frogs, smaller than a thumbnail, have poisonous skin. Predators tasting the poison get very sick and quickly learn to leave the frogs alone. Leafcutter ants. Leafcutter ants are like farmers because they grow their own food. They carry pieces of leaves to their nests and chew them into pulp. Then they eat a special fungus that grows on the pulp. Spiders. Web-weaving spiders spin sticky threads to capture insects and then stun them with their venom. Hunting spiders, like tarantulas, use poisonous fangs or powerful jaws to kill their prey. And then lastly on this page is the green iguanas. One of many rainforest lizards, green iguanas grow to be 6 feet or 1.8 meters long. That's pretty long. It's as tall as me. Young lizards hunt for insects and worms on the forest floor. Adults live in trees and feast mostly on plants. So the last page, a couple more animals. Let's start with geckos. Geckos are the only lizards that have voices. Their clicking, squeaking noise sounds just like their name, gecko. They have sticky toe pads to help them climb smooth surfaces. Anacondas. Anacondas are members of the boa family. They are among the largest, most powerful snakes in the world. Although most baby snakes hatch from eggs, mother anacondas, like humans, give birth to living young. Jaguars. Jaguars are large, solitary cats that are now quite rare in the wild. Among ancient people, they were identified with royalty as symbols of power, strength, and bravery in warfare. And then lastly, we have the giant river otters. River otter families live in mud caves along the banks of lakes and rivers. Stubby feet make the otters awkward on land, but strong, flattened tails help them to be swift and agile swimmers. So that is this book all complete. Feel free to replay this video and go back and read it again, but I had so much fun with you, and I hope you enjoy the rest of Jungle Week. Bye!